Hey everybody, welcome to Valentine TV. Tonight's reaction, or today, is 5:15 in the evening. The reaction today is coming from The Truth Is, this regarding the movie Him. Y'all, I heard people said it was a flop, all of that. Y'all, it is talking about the elite, Illuminati, all of that kind of stuff is up in here. Okay? And it's just listen to The Truth Is. He's gonna explain it, and y'all know y'all know this is a trip. What people will do for fame and money. All right, here we go. Let's just let him talk about it a little bit, and I'll be right back to talk about it. So, y'all, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe to Valentine TV. I would appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. Here we go. Here we go.
The movie Him has been out for about a month now, and it's clear it didn't live up to the hype. Before the movie was released, people saw Jordan Peele's name
Can you
attached
hear
to
it?
it and expected another interesting multi-layered movie with a deep message connecting it all. Instead, they got a poorly pasted, poorly executed disaster that failed to meet the expectations of viewers and critics in almost every aspect. This has left Him with a low 31 Rotten Tomato score. Most people simply don't like this movie, with most calling it too nonsensical and hollow to be taken serious. But what if I told you that as poorly as this movie was executed, it still has a very important message encrypted into the plot of the movie that shouldn't go unnoticed? This movie pulls back the curtains and reveals the inner workings of stardom in the NFL, the real price to be the GOAT, and what that price actually looks like. This movie, although not as good, is the new modern day Eyes Wide Shut, as it offers the viewers an inside look at the dark price of glory in sports and every other entertainment industry. As they simply put it, to be the GOAT, what are you willing to sacrifice?
And this film begs the question,
To be a star, what are you willing to sacrifice?
you're willing to sacrifice
And there's a reason most people don't like this movie. It's because it shows them a side they have never seen before of a sport they love so much.
Exactly. People don't the reason the people I think probably didn't like the movie is because it's showing y'all that side that we always talking about, and I always like y'all just want to keep mm, open those eyes. You see how the world is going today. You see the world. Somebody he took away out there freedom of freaking speech. No, you didn't. But anyway, that's something else I'm about to do. But y'all, this is showing y'all that Illuminati mess. What you got, what these people, some of the players, this is talking about football right now. Well, it's really, it's happening all across, everywhere. All these like movie stars, rappers, everybody y'all think is way up here. How you think they got way up there? Okay, so the movie would have been great to me, you know. But here we go.
Something they don't completely understand. But today, in this video, I will tell you exactly what the movie Him is really about. Then you will see just how important the message of this movie truly is. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos exposing the truth weekly. In today's episode, we will be talking about the movie Him. I want to warn you that there will be spoilers ahead. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video so we can get
Spoilers
this video seen
ahead.
by as many people who need to see it. Simply by leaving a like and a comment, you can help this information spread to others. I want to thank you all. Now, let's get right into it. Before the movie even officially came out, it had already begun receiving negative reviews, as critics had collectively destroyed expectation for the movie with their early critique of it. I agree that after watching this movie, I can confirm it lacks in a lot of places, specifically in the timing and pacing of the film. It doesn't take its time to properly introduce its concepts to the fans before dropping the entire plot on you in the last 15 minutes. It goes from 0 to 100 real quick, until it crashes horribly at the end. But even with that being true, the movie still isn't that bad, and in fact, it
Sorry, I was trying to see who like wrote it, produced it, all of that stuff, because for them to write and produce this, they already know. And I know they left some stuff out. We ain't crazy. But they into this stuff. To write this kind of stuff, I'm trying to see y'all. Justin Tippin, Jordan Peele, Zach Akers, and Skip Bronke. Anyway, they all in it allegedly. Okay? Now they all in it. Forget that. All right, man. You gotta pay attention though. Okay? This is what you have to do, y'all. People that want, I want to be famous. I want to be famous. We just want to be rich. That's it. We just want money. We ain't got to be on TV, all that. Just give us money, right? Make us comfortable. Pay. Hey, my job. Hey, give me a raise. You know, I ain't talking to my actual job. Don't get me fired, y'all. But yeah, that's all we need. We just want more moolah. That's it.
horribly at the end. But even with that being true, the movie still isn't that bad, and in
That's
fact,
too
it has a
bad.
very important message encrypted into its plot. Sadly, most who watch this movie aren't picking up on it, which then makes the movie seem even worse than it is. Now, I wanted to make this video when the movie initially came out in theaters, but I felt that it would be hard to analyze this film on first watch, so I decided to wait until it became available for rent on streaming platforms, and then I rented it. Now, after seeing this movie, I will say that while I wasn't a fan of the excessive violence or the pacing, I still think the movie is decent. But what is truly great about this movie is the message. It had an extremely important message, and I wish they would have better produced the movies so more people would understand what it was trying to say. Like I said earlier, I compare this movie to the modern day Eyes Wide Shut. Obviously, this movie doesn't come close to the quality of Eyes Wide Shut, but just like Eyes Wide Shut, it reveals the dark side of reality in a raw way. Just like him, Eyes Wide Shut was a movie that most people just didn't really understand when it came out. This is exactly what's going on with him. People just don't understand the film. Before I explain what the movie is about, let me summarize the movie really quickly. Now again, I want to warn you there will be spoilers ahead. The movie Him
Look, I never seen Eyes Wide Shut. I am so upset. I can't find it. I can't find it. I want to see it too. Y'all know I want to see it because I'm into this. I like to see what's ahead. You know what I mean? I want to be running into some or be around people like not him, but just be around people that believes in this or will do this because like I'm gonna tell you this, like I don't know if you have to be a family member, a best friend, or something, but the Illuminati people, they sacrifice their own people. I mean, I couldn't do it, and there ain't no way. But I'm saying for the riches and that riches, they pick riches over glory. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just so glad they ain't got nobody around me that would sacrifice me. Lord knows. Woo. But anyway, here we go. Wait a minute. Don't show out on me now. It's coming, y'all. I'm always doing something. 1 second. Just 1 second. I see it. There it is.
I want to warn you there will be spoilers ahead. The movie Him is about an athlete named Cameron who grows up admiring a football star named Isaiah White, who is seen as the GOAT. Cameron's father, who was a massive football fan, tells him that one day he will be the next GOAT. He then trains and pushes his son, grooming him to be a football superstar. When Cameron gets older, he is looked at as one of the next potential GOATs in football. His future looks bright, and it seems all his hard work is starting to pay off as the league starts showing interest in him. When he starts going through the process of being drafted into the league, things take a dark turn, starting the day before his audition, when he was randomly attacked by a man wearing a goat mask. The man hit Cameron over the back of the head, causing him to have a concussion and resulting in brain damage. This forces Cameron to avoid playing during his audition, which he thought
Okay. Another thing. Um, they prey on like you got vulnerable to also. That's why I hit him over the head. Make him think he probably I'm saying probably, I haven't seen the movie, okay? He probably hit him over the head so he'll feel all like, well dang, I ain't gonna get to play. I do anything. You know, that's what I'm thinking.
destroyed his chances of getting drafted. But luckily for him, his agent Tom managed to get him an opportunity with the NFL team, the Saviors, the same team his idol Isaiah is part of. His agent tells Cameron that he can get him on the team, but he has to agree to train with his idol Isaiah for a week so he can confirm he's the one. Cameron agrees, and he is then driven to Isaiah's compound. The first thing he encounters is a group of superfans who lose their minds when they realize Cameron is not Isaiah. Cameron then meets his idol and begins his training, impressing Isaiah quickly. After practice, Cameron gets into an ice bath while Isaiah is having his blood drawn, and Cameron asks why is he doing that, with Isaiah telling him he likes to store his blood when it's at his peak, so he can use it for a later game. He then offers Cameron some of his blood, but he refuses. But moments later, as one of the men working for Isaiah is walking out, he injected Cameron with Isaiah's blood. This is where things begin to get weird. The next day, Cameron goes to practice, and Isaiah takes things to a dark place. He makes one of the athletes who's training with them stand in front of a throwing machine. Isaiah then makes Cameron race against a 2-second clock. Every time he fails to beat the clock, Isaiah then releases a ball that hits the athlete in the face. He does this until Cameron succeeds. Sometime after this, Cameron is introduced to Isaiah's wife, Elsie, who invites him to go party with her. After partying, Cameron falls asleep, and the next day, he's taken to a desert to shoot guns with Isaiah. While at the desert,
See, they got y'all know this is a reaction channel. So I gotta stop it, okay? But you see, the women, the booze, probably gonna rug you and make you do stuff. Then that's how they get you. I ain't saying that's what's gonna happen in the movie because I haven't seen it, but they rug you and then they grape you and all that and get you on video, and then you be shamed and then you do whatever they tell you to do, right? Some people. I'm just
Isaiah makes Cameron an interesting offer. He tells him that if he manages to shoot a dummy they had set up, he would give him anything he wants. But Cameron refuses his proposal as he tells him he doesn't want any handouts. This is a very important scene, and we will come back to this later, so make sure you watch this video to the end. The next day, Cameron is getting interviewed at Isaiah's compound, and he talks about how his father died shortly after he told him he didn't want to be a football player anymore. After the interview, Isaiah's wife invites Cameron to a party, telling him that she managed to get him a deal with the owner of the Saviors, but they want to meet him at this party first. Cameron agrees and is taken over there with Elsie. Before Elsie brings him in, Cameron questions Elsie about the location since it seems sketchy. Elsie tells him they use these discreet locations because they don't want people to know about their strange rituals.
shoot, Elsie seems sketchy to me. Look at man.
When Cameron walks into the club, one of Isaiah's employees tried to warn Cameron about what's going to happen, warning him to run while he still can. Cameron doesn't understand and continues on. He then meets up with his agent, who introduces him to the team's owner. He then sits on a table with all of them, where his agent asked him if he's ready to take the next step, with Cameron nodding yes. He is then given wine to drink that seems to be infused with Isaiah's blood. When he drinks it, Isaiah wakes up on cue, knowing that he had drunk his blood. After drinking the wine, Cameron starts partying as Elsie is seen killing and sacrificing the man that tried to warn him. Cameron then walks into a room and finds a goat mask similar to the one the person who attacked him was wearing at the beginning of the movie. When he lifts the mask up, he finds the decapitated head of the man who tried to warn him. The next day, Cameron wakes up in an ice bath hooked up to an IV of Isaiah's blood. He is lying down being scanned by a machine, while on top of this symbol that we will get into more later. Cameron then removes the IV.
And I heard they do drink blood. I mean, the red stuff. Excuse me, YouTube. The red stuff. I heard that they really drink it. They drink it from the minions. And if you've been on my channel, you know what the minions are. The little people. But anyway, yeah. Okay. I don't want to mess up nothing for y'all.
This symbol that we will get into more later. Cameron then removes the IV and goes looking for Isaiah, where he finds him inside of the theater room. Once inside the theater room, the door shuts behind him, and as you can see, the symbol that's on the door was the same symbol that was on the floor in the last scene. While in the room, Isaiah finally tells Cameron what has been going on, telling him why he has been injecting him with his blood and why he was brought out there to begin with. Isaiah reveals that the GOAT isn't just a really good player. The GOAT is chosen by the elite, and there can only be one at a time, telling Cameron that he was chosen after his father made a deal with the owner of the team long ago. Cameron's father was in the military and was somehow connected to the league's owner. He offered his son to be the next GOAT and was grooming him for the league. Isaiah.
That's why I remember when he told his dad, he said, I don't want to play football anymore. And his dad mysteriously passed away. Mm-hmm.
It tells Cameron they had been grooming him his entire life, telling him they have been giving him his blood because it's a part of the goat ritual, explaining that every goat gets blood infusions from the previous goat before them. This is how they keep the spirit of the goat alive. Those who they choose to receive the goat blood become supernaturally talented at the sport. Isaiah then tells Cameron that for him to become the goat and take his place, he has to kill him first. Cameron and Isaiah start fighting, and Cameron eventually gets the upper hand and takes out Isaiah. Cameron then walks out of the theater through a tunnel that leads him to a field where the team owners are waiting with Elsie, who is holding his NFL contract. He is told to sign the contract to receive the gift, but Cameron instead refuses. This is when his agent Tom tells him that everything was done for this moment. His father's death and his attack by the guy wearing the goat suit. It was all done so that the Savior team would be the only team who could draft him. After hearing this, Cameron refuses to sign the contract, and then the team owners tell him if he doesn't sign, they will kill his family. But Cameron refuses and begins killing all of the team owners there instead. His agent Tom tries to escape, but ends up being dragged by a demonic force that was supposed to possess Cameron after signing the deal, and kills him because Cameron refused to sign. And that's how the movie ends. No explanation or anything. But there is so much jam-packed into this movie that we have to fully unpack. As you can see, the movie isn't just about football, but about the price to be the GOAT in football. As the movie reveals, you can't just become the GOAT by being good. You have to be chosen by the elite, who then groom you and use rituals to make you into the GOAT. It tells us about the secret societies that run the NFL and all pro sports, how they are the ones who choose who will be the GOAT, and how it's all connected to the spiritual world and occult practices. They also reveal that football is just the modern day gladiator games, with the football players being the new gladiators who risk their lives to entertain and distract the people. In the movie, the GOAT is directly connected to the term in alchemy called the Great Work. Alchemy is an ancient spiritual practice that is at the foundation of many secret society teachings. Alchemy is a practice done by people that believe it helps them transform themselves from basic people into transcended human gods. In the movie, the term GOAT refers to a player going through the transformation from a good player to the GOAT player. The GOAT represents completing the Great Work. The entire movie was about this Great Work ritual. The Great Work is a ritual that takes 7 steps to complete. The movie happens over the course of 7 days, with all 7 days being a part of the ritual. In alchemy, Baphomet is a representation of the Great Work. In the movie, the GOAT is a deity, a demonic force that possesses the player who has the GOAT blood. That's why they were infusing Cameron with Isaiah's blood, or why the man wearing the goat mask attacked him from behind. To make this even clearer, they show the symbol of the Great Work many times throughout the film. The symbol of the Great Work is this symbol here, a circle within a square within a triangle within a larger circle. When Cameron is sitting in the ice bath receiving Isaiah's blood transfer, he was sitting over the symbol of the Great Work. Also, when Cameron walks into Isaiah's theater room, the symbol of the Great Work is once again shown on the door, indicating this was all about alchemy and the Great Work ritual. From the beginning of
All right, y'all know I had to stop it for a minute, okay? But if y'all, whoever, I advise y'all to rewatch it, think about what we saying, and for real. I mean, yeah, it sounds crazy. I know, but it's been a lot of people that's already out here that we really know about that sacrificed their own people or did something. Why you think people wearing dresses? Look at Diddy, what all he had to do to get to the top, and then look what they did to him, right? I mean, it's just crazy. And now they own, well, I can't say names. Okay, I'm done.
the movie, they jam-packed it with references that we need to go over. The most important message was obviously at the end of the movie, where they wanted Cameron to sign the contract and get possessed by demonic spirits in the middle of the pentagram. When Cameron walks out of the theater after killing Isaiah, you can see he walks over a checkered board floor. The same checkered board floor he walks over when he's invited by Elsie to attend the party the day before. This is in reference to the Masonic checkered board floor, a prominent symbol used by Freemasons that can be found at every Masonic lodge. It's clear the movie was implying that the team's owners were a part of the Freemasons. This wouldn't be far-fetched either, because I have exposed football's connections to Masonry countless times. Walter Camp is considered the father of American football. He is credited with laying down the foundation of what went on to become American football. Walter Camp was a part of the secret society, the Skull and Bones, a secret society created by Freemasons that operates out of Yale University. The Freemasons have been behind football since its inception. It's supposed to represent the new gladiator games that is now being used by the elite to distract the masses and keep them occupied. This scene shows us how the sport of football is deeply rooted in the occult. In this scene, they also show a symbol that looks awfully like the Masonic square and compasses inside of the secret club the elite were partying in. From the ritualistic cheering and the disturbing idol worship and even the idolization of violence, they were showing us it's all connected to the occult. The fact that they admit Cameron was chosen as a child shows us how these organizations choose their stars since they're young, grooming them throughout their lives to turn them into their perfect puppet. The last scene was meant to...
Okay, and y'all know that's true. Y'all know whatever you tell your parents you want to be, if you are treated that way, then your parents gonna help you get there. by any means necessary. See, some of us, no, you do what you want to do. Yeah, I ain't gonna talk about my life, so I'm just gonna let that one go. Or my sons and them. Okay.
Represent Cameron's initiation into the Freemasons that took place after his death and rebirth ritual, how he had to sell his soul to make it big and allow himself to be used by demonic spirits. The scene right before the contract scene was Cameron fighting Isaiah to the death. This scene was meant to represent two things. One, comparing the football players to gladiators who fight to the death for the entertainment of the masses. And two, to show Cameron's death and rebirth ritual. In the great work, one of the steps is the death and rebirth, when the person kills their old self to be reborn as their new great self. When Cameron killed Isaiah, he was reborn. That's why in the very next scene, he is shown walking through the checkerboard floor covered in blood. This was representing his death and rebirth after completing the great work, as when we're born in blood. Another important scene that ties this all to selling your soul to the devil is when Isaiah takes Cameron to the desert to shoot guns. While he was there, Isaiah offered Cameron to sell his soul for the world. Just like in the Bible when Satan offered Jesus the world if he bowed down and worshipped him, Isaiah offered Cameron the world if he did as he said. But Cameron refused the offer, just like Jesus refused Satan's. Another important thing they revealed was how the elite sent the woman to honeypot Cameron. In the movie, Isaiah's wife Elsie is the honeypot handler who was sent in to groom Cameron. She is used to bring him in and get him to sign, as even after Cameron had everything he wanted in front of him.
Handler. That's what I called in one of my reactions. I said that Erica Kirk. Handler. You see what I mean? Yeah. Okay.
He still chose to deny the deal and keep his soul. I believe this message is truly important, and I'm surprised those behind this movie even put this message in there. But this movie obviously shows us in a satanic way with all the violence and blood. But at least Cameron refused the deal and walked away with his soul. Cameron did the right thing, and we know many won't do the right thing when it comes to a situation.
I know why they showed that the end part. Well, they probably didn't mean to show it, but they showed it. That if you walk away without signing that freaking deal or make a sacrifice, that you ain't getting nothing. You may as well go on back to where you came from. And that's what you need to do. And just work like we do. Huh?
Like this, many would choose to have the world instead of their soul, and we see this every day. Cameron refused to give up his soul to become the GOAT. Now, in a way, I felt like those behind this movie were hiding the truth in plain sight. This movie was basically a confession, which makes me believe that the movie was purposely trashed by critics and paced wrongly by the studios who edited on purpose to ensure the movie wouldn't be received positively. While the movie was executed poorly, the message is still loud and clear. If you want to be the GOAT, you have to pay a dark price, a price that Cameron learned isn't worth it. Well, I'm gonna end this one here. I want to thank you all.
Thank you. The truth is, I appreciate it. Because I be trying to tell them. I be showing all the movies. But y'all, please believe. Everything, like they say, grass ain't green on the other side. You can try it if you want to. But anyway, I loved it. I love this one. This one was self-explanatory and all that. And y'all see me just messing up. And yeah. So y'all be safe out there. Don't sell your soul for nobody. Like, just say like you dating somebody and they hitting on you or something like that, or just not treating you like a lady or like a gentleman, and leave them. Don't stay there. That's like, to me, that's like selling your darn soul. To me, that's another form. I mean, to me. That's probably why I'm single, because I don't play that. And when nobody's done it, I don't play that though. Anyway, that's it. That's all. That's all I got. And I will talk to y'all later, okay? I love y'all. Thank y'all for joining. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video. And I appreciate it so much. All right. Good night, y'all.